Hi, I'm here with Nikki with Goodnight Juliet for Twilight Lexicon. Wanted to ask you a few questions.
Absolutely, go right ahead.
Great. What is the inspiration for your lyrics and music?
It kind of ranges from, gosh, everything, anything from heartbreak, to loss, to death, love, and everything in between, kind of. It just varies with the mood that I happen to be in at that moment, I guess.
Great, great. Hey, what is the most challenging work as far as creating a song? Writing the music, the lyrics, getting it produced?
It's actually all relatively difficult, and it's all difficult on different levels for the most part. The producing of the song is very hard because that's actually going into a studio, and sometimes that can be so tiresome and so time consuming. But it's really, they're all difficult in their own way.
Great. What would be your goal as an artist?
Probably just to be able to play our music to the world, really. We all love our music so much. It's our passion in life, and to be able to share that and actually spend your life doing what you really love would be just the greatest joy ever.
Great, great. I could understand that.
Yeah, for sure.
Who are the artists who have influenced you the most?
My Chemical Romance. They are my favorite band in the whole world. They're such geniuses. They tend to do all kinds of different genres, anywhere from punk to old-fashioned rock and roll to metal, and they just always have their own style, for sure. It's always My Chemical Romance.
Great. Tell us about your other music and CDs. What is your favorite song you've ever written?
I don't mean to seem like cliche or whatever, but Let's Never Die, the one we wrote for Eclipse, definitely is my favorite. It just means a lot to me. I love all of our songs, and they all have kind of a different impact and a different place in my heart just because they come from my true emotions, the words, they flow from my soul. But I definitely probably have the strongest love and connection for Let's Never Die.
Great. What is your musical background and how did you become a musician?
I, for a long time, just wrote poetry. I was never, I had always sang, but I was a very painfully shy kid, totally nerdy, never had any friends. Liked it that way, though. Anyways, so I just used to write poetry, and then my dad eventually was just like, why don't you start writing songs? And I was like, I don't know. And then I started writing songs. I would write them as songs and kind of add a melody, and my dad would add guitar, music, and then they would just turn into songs.
Okay. What is your favorite band or musician right now?
Definitely My Chemical Romance. I'm total My Chemical Romance nut. But there's a lot of them. I like everything from MCR to Taylor Swift, really, to Paramore. I kind of love everything. I respect music for what it is. I don't like one genre in particular. I just really love music.
Great. Originally, you and your dad played together.
Uh-huh.
What was it like to have your dad's support in the beginning and now as a part of the band as well?
Okay, this was the thing. See, how I said that I used to just write poems and then he'd put them to music. He was really, he was the music side of it before. And now, over time, I've started playing guitar and I've become a musician myself. So now it went from, I almost want to say an apprenticeship to a partnership. It went from me not really knowing anything music to actually being able to sit down with him now when writing a song and saying, oh, you know what, instead of G right there, why don't you try E? Type of thing. So now we really work together musically, and it's so cool because I actually feel like I'm part of it now. I actually can lend my help and be good at something.
How did you become inspired to write a song for Eclipse?
Honestly, I am such a diehard Twihard. I absolutely love the Twilight Saga, and I just kind of was sitting there one day reading Eclipse, and I had been kind of plunking around with these 4 chords for a few weeks and couldn't come up with any type of melody, and I had been reading Eclipse, and it was during the tent scene with Jacob and Edward and Bella, and then I don't know, I just kind of put myself in Bella's shoes and was like, God, I really can't live without this guy. He's so important to me, and I felt like I needed to write something to tell him, you're so much better than you think you are, please don't ever leave me, type thing. I don't know, it was really weird, but
Well, my next question was tell us a little about your song and what it means to you, but I think you just did.
Well, yeah, no, like it does mean a lot to me, and you know, it was kind of funny because like after reading that portion in Eclipse, which I had read Eclipse 100 times over, I've read all the books over and over, but it was so funny because I just started just jotting down lyrics, and they just kind of flew. I just flew through them, like it just came together so nicely, and it was like, then all of a sudden I picked up the guitar, started to play the same 4 chords again that didn't have a melody, and then all of a sudden it was just whoa, whoa, just instantly, like it was just there.
And I have to say, those that I know that have seen and or heard that song, that melody sticks in their head and they walk away singing it.
Yeah, you know, I was worried in the beginning because when I first brought it to the band, I was like, guys, you know, do you think it's too repetitive? And they were like, no, you know, it's one of those melodies that just people just, bam, they like it. And the good thing is at least it's not just the whoa, whoa, there's the take me to eternity, say you'll never leave me, you already saved me in the background. So at least it's a little bit more than just the whoa, 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 you know.
Excuse me. You've been performing at Twilight conventions lately. Do you have any upcoming performances?
Yes, we do. We are doing a whole lot of stuff right now. We're doing kind of like a Hard Rock Cafe tour. It starts in Sacramento on April 25th, and it goes to San Diego this July, I believe July 25th, but I'm not exactly sure of the date on that one. We're doing a lot of stuff. We just booked a Twilight convention in Oregon, which we're super excited about. This was actually just today that we booked this. It's going to be August 14th through the 16th, I believe, but it's still in the early planning stages, but we're super excited about that. And we're putting a huge show together on May 16th at Pier 39 in San Francisco. And we are advertising it everywhere and just want all the Twilight fans to come out, and it's just going to be fun. We're all going to get together, hang out, talk Twilight. We're going to play and do like a meet and greet after, and we'll have our merchandise there, and it's just going to be really fun.
In closing, is there any special message you have for the fans of Twilight and or Goodnight Juliet?
A couple things, yeah. Keep hitting up our MySpace, myspace.com/goodnightjulietband. Yeah, see, there's kind of a funny story with that. I don't know why I'm telling this, but I really hate that it's Goodnight Juliet Band, but I originally liked the name Goodnight Juliet, so I set that aside as a website for the URL Goodnight Juliet, and then I couldn't remember any of the login information, so we had to start over with Goodnight Juliet Band. Anyways, sorry, that was totally off the wall. Yeah, keep hitting up the MySpace. You know, you guys all mean so much to us. I've never seen a group of fans that, you know, it's just so welcoming and so, I don't know, supportive. You know, it's been awesome, and we love you guys. We do this for you, and we couldn't do it without you, obviously. So keep hitting up the MySpace and help us out.
Well, I just want to say thank you, Nikki.
Thank you.
Thank the other band members of Goodnight Juliet. I, for one, have seen you in person and the band in person, and it's a great show. So if you can do it, get out and see it.
Thank you. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Nikki from Goodnight Juliet, and you are on TwilightLexicon.com.